Yo guys, what is up? Sweatshirt weather. Happy Monday. We're here. We did it. Hope everyone's excited. I always enjoy this time of year, like we talked about, a little sweatshirt time. I'm not a huge fan of the cold, but this is kind of nice to not just be obliterated by heat, especially from a coaching aspect. As being in the gym, I love coaching all times of the year, but I'll tell you, I got to coach 5 or 6 in a row and it's like 100 and I'm like sweating while I'm coaching. Oh, that wears on you. Where being able to put on a hoodie and get after it is always kind of nice. So I enjoy it. And a little excited about tomorrow. Hopefully it's not too much rain that it causes an issue, but excited for some colder temps and a little bit of rain. It always reminds me, like, being a kid growing up. Like, I grew up playing hockey, and I don't know, there's something about this type of weather when it's like not cold, but it's a little cloudy. It just reminds me of being a kid and being in the front yard and practicing. I don't know why, but I associate, and I think it's the hockey season, even though we played year round, like, it feels like now, like hockey season has started. Like, it feels like I should be outside playing hockey. It feels like I should be going to the rink. I don't know. I always enjoy that this time of year because of that. It just like brings back a lot of really, really strong memories. But that's a trip down memory lane. One thing that I was going to kind of touch on, well, one thing update wise is we have, obviously, Halloween party. Stay tuned. More details to come. But, I mean, you guys know. It's going to be a Blacklight Bash. Maybe don't share this with your children. Maybe keep it a surprise. The bounce house is a Lego mega obstacle bounce house. Kind of looks like a giant Lego. The thing is dope. It's like the biggest one they make. I just said, what's the biggest? We're going to have some fun competitions, and we'll have food and pizza and all that kind of good stuff. And we'll hang out. Blacklight workout at 5 and at 6. And then what else? It's kind of it for the Halloween stuff. More details to come on some other stuff. I'm working on a couple hoodies. A couple people have asked me about that. I got that in the works. So stay tuned for those, hopefully by the end of the week. And then, yeah, one of the things that I thought about, I wound up kind of going down the programming tangent, but one thing that I kind of had slated to talk about with you guys was, and it kind of came up because obviously I have a cycling background, so I listen to a lot of cycling stuff. I still follow the sport, and Barrett has gotten more into climbing lately. I climbed growing up, like did some outdoor rock climbing and some indoor stuff, but he's kind of gotten more into it. So I've been kind of trying to learn some more like current stuff and working with the guys over at Flowstone, and we got some exciting stuff coming up, playing for you guys with that, like some climbing days. But what I realized in kind of like doing my research and just kind of like diving back into that world is a lot of the stuff parallels with cycling is a lot of body stuff, because you're dealing with sports that are strength and weight ratioed, meaning like it's a legit thing. If you're lighter, you could probably climb better, but if you're too weak, you can't climb. And how do you find that balance? And a lot of people struggle. And a lot of the podcasts I listen to are obviously, they're built around, some of these are built around, women and their body image issues. Because more men, it's like, oh, I'm big and strong. And I think more women are open to talking about this and men are not. So I just want to kind of share. It's something that I always have struggled with. And I think some of it is just kind of my own neuroses, being neurotic and obsessing a little bit. But I think some of it too is just, the background and the sports I came from, is that like, I like cycling growing up, but I'm 185 pounds. I'm not like thin in the sense of like, I've never been a thin person, right? Like I was 180 pounds when I was 15. Like I've literally been this size since I was 15 years old. So like I've always been a stocky person, and there are areas of cycling like track cycling where that's a benefit, but there are areas of cycling, and especially the previous era, guys were just under fueling and starving themselves. And the science has learned that actually being a little bigger, being a little stronger. So, you know, and it's something I always struggle with. So it's just something I want to share with you guys, that like you're not alone if you have some of these body image or other issues. One of the other problems I have is that I'm very analytical. I like numbers, and numbers don't really always tell the full story. So like I become so obsessive that like the scale had to go away, and I really just try and go off how my body feels. Like physically, am I getting enough sleep? But also, how's my body feeling, and using performance-based metrics. You know, like if I can do more strict pull-ups, but I weigh more, what does it matter? Right? Like if my times on workouts are the same, but I weigh more and I feel better and I'm sleeping better and I feel more fueled and I'm not starving throughout the day, you know, because what am I really trying to do? Am I trying to cut for like some stage bodybuilding show? In case you didn't know, the answer to that is no, I'm not. So it's something I definitely battle with, and I still struggle with, and I reach out to people that are experts in this field. I've often talked about my relationship with Anique and how instrumental she's been in helping me navigate some of these mental issues, but also trying to flip the narrative on myself as it's about being healthy, you know. And what I've shared with you guys before is that like feelings are facts. Just because you feel that way doesn't mean it's a fact. Like I would talk to her about like, well, what if I blah blah, and she's like, yeah, but has that ever happened? Feelings are facts, Joe. It's like, fuck, you're right. So just some food for thought. If you guys ever, you know, think about this stuff or want to share or need someone to talk to, I'm always around. I've been through all the mental judo in the world. So something I deal with, and I still deal with, you know, whether it's the body dysmorphia type things or just negative thoughts, you know, and I try and flip the narrative in my brain. Is it's about being healthy, and it's about being strong, and it's about being able to play with Barrett and, you know, hang out with Ash and be active with you guys in the box, and not getting too fixated on the other stuff. So more to come. I wanted to kind of briefly share this, and I'm unpacking some more stuff, and we'll have some updates, but stay tuned for that. And then remember Halloween Bash. But let's get after it. Have an awesome week. See you at the box. Deuces.